Sometimes a woman won't say a single word, yet her mind is screaming your name. And the funny part? She'll act calm, almost cold, like nothing's going on. But deep inside, she's replaying the last thing you said, the way you looked at her, the way you shrugged like you didn't care too much. Here's the truth most men miss. When a woman can't stop thinking about you, she doesn't confess it. She leaks it. Little behaviors slip out, tiny cracks in her "I'm fine" mask. And the more stoic and composed you are, the more she loses control of her thoughts. Today, I'll show you 5 subtle signs she's hooked on you, even if she'll never admit it out loud. First, she remembers small things you barely noticed saying. There's a funny thing that happens when a woman can't stop thinking about you. She starts remembering things you don't even remember saying. It's not on purpose. It's not something she sits down and decides to do. It just happens because her mind keeps going back to you without her control. And the more calm and steady you are with her, the stronger this effect becomes. Think about this for a second. You tell her something small during a random talk. Maybe you say you don't like too much sugar in your coffee. You say it once. You don't even pay attention to it. It just slips out of your mouth. But then a week later, you run into her somewhere and she comes back holding exactly the kind of coffee you like. When you ask her how she knew, she plays it cool. "Oh, I just guessed." No, she didn't guess. She remembered. She kept that detail stored in that part of her mind where she keeps things that matter to her. She keeps things about you. A woman who isn't thinking about you won't catch these details. She won't remember your favorite music, or the way you talk about your dog, or that random joke you made 3 days ago. But the woman who can't get you out of her head will remember the tone you said it with, the smile you had when you said it, and even how she felt hearing it. This is what emotional investment looks like when it's quiet. It gets deeper. She'll bring up things you said weeks ago, not in a weird way, not like she's keeping notes, but in a natural way that shows she's been paying attention to your mind, not just your face. She'll say things like, "Did you finish that task you mentioned?" Or, "How's that thing going you were nervous about?" And you might stand there confused, trying to remember when you even mentioned that. But she remembers perfectly because thinking about you became a habit for her. Here's the part most men miss. Women don't just listen with their ears, they listen with their emotions. When a woman is drawn to you, her whole mind becomes a sponge for your presence. She notices your tone, your little habits, your stressed moments, your quiet sighs, your confidence, your awkward parts, everything. And she stores it. Another big sign? She adjusts things because of what you said. If you said you've been tired lately, she'll check in more. If you said you want to try waking up earlier, she might start her day earlier too. Not because she's copying you, but because she's syncing with you without saying it out loud. It's not dramatic, it's not loud, it's soft, subtle, and powerful. A woman who remembers small things is a woman who thinks about you when she's alone, when she's busy, when she's trying not to think about you at all. Men always wait for big signs. But the truth is, the biggest sign is hidden in the smallest moments. When she remembers the little things, you're already living in her mind. Second, she shows you her nervous side, not her perfect side. A woman who doesn't care about you will always show you her best face. The smooth one, the confident one, the version of herself that looks like she's got everything under control. But the moment her feelings start getting involved, something strange happens. Her perfect side starts cracking, and you begin to see her nervous side. And trust me, that's a major sign she's thinking about you more than she admits. When a woman can't stop thinking about a man, she starts overthinking her own actions around him. She questions everything she does. Should she smile more? Should she act cool? Is she coming off too strong, too cold? too quiet. She tries to make the right move, but the pressure makes her mess up the very thing she wants to get right, and that's why you'll see it, the nervous habits. She plays with her hair, she taps her fingers, her voice gets softer, or she laughs at things that aren't even funny. None of it is fake, it's just her feelings leaking out. There are moments where she suddenly becomes shy. Maybe she's usually bold with people, even blunt, but with you, she hesitates. She pauses before speaking. She touches her earrings. She smooths her clothes. She's not trying to impress you in a cheap way. She's trying to calm herself while standing in front of a man she thinks about way too much. And here's the wild part. The more calm, steady, and quiet you are, the more nervous she becomes. Your composure makes her heart beat faster. Your slow way of speaking makes her mind speed up. Your silence makes her think harder. It's not fear, it's attraction. She doesn't want to mess up around you because she sees you as someone who matters. You'll notice she sometimes looks at you, then looks away fast. She may start a sentence and stop halfway. She may say something dumb and then laugh at herself. You might catch her refixing her hair when she thinks you're not looking. These micro behaviors are not random. They're symptoms of emotional attachment, another sign. She tries to hide her nervous energy, but she fails. She acts like she's relaxed, but her breathing changes. She tries to look confident, but her cheeks get a little warm. She tries to keep eye contact, but she breaks it too soon because she feels too much all at once. A woman who's not thinking about you won't do this. She'll talk normally, stand normally, act normally. Nothing shifts, nothing gets shaky. But a woman who can't stop thinking about you loses some control of her cool. Her body talks before her mouth does. That nervous energy isn't a weakness. It's desire. It's vulnerability. It's her real self slipping out because she can't hold it in. And if you stay calm, grounded, and gentle in your presence, she'll feel even more drawn to you because your energy gives her space to open up, even when she's shaking a little. This nervousness is not a bad sign. It's the best sign, because a woman only gets nervous around a man she's emotionally tied to in her mind. Third, she creates small reasons to be around you. When a woman keeps showing up near you, trust me, it's never just by chance. Women think through their moves. Even the subtle ones. They won't place themselves around a man unless something inside them wants to be seen, noticed, or felt by him. And when she can't stop thinking about you, she'll quietly create little moments that bring her closer to you without making it obvious. She might ask you a small question, something she could have Googled in 2 seconds. She might walk into a room right after you walked in. She might start hanging out with people she knows you're cool with. She might even start choosing the same coffee shop, the same hallway, the same gym time. None of this is random. It's her mind trying to stay close to the person who keeps her up at night. A woman doesn't risk being near a man she doesn't care about. She won't bother. She won't waste the energy. But when she's hooked on you mentally, she finds these tiny excuses to cross your path. It gives her a chance to talk to you without looking desperate. It gives her moments of connection that feel natural and unplanned, even though she planned them in her own quiet way. Think about how often you bump into her. Think about the timing. Think about how she suddenly remembers something she forgot only when you're around. And notice how she always seems to have a reason for it. But the reason is always small, light, harmless. This is how women chase without chasing. She creates moments where you can start the conversation if you want to. She puts herself around you enough that you notice her, but not enough that it looks intentional. It's a balance women master when their emotions are involved. Another thing, she'll try to be part of things you enjoy. If you like going to the gym at a certain hour, she might be there around the same time. If you love a certain cafe, she may accidentally start liking it too. If you hang with a certain group, She might befriend someone from that group. It's her way of fitting into your space without saying she's trying. You'll also notice her eyes light up when she sees you, even if she tries to act normal. Her energy picks up. Her voice gets warmer. She pays more attention. That's because seeing you feels like a small reward for a mind that's been thinking about you all day. This sign is one of the clearest ones because showing up takes effort, and nobody puts in effort unless they care. A woman who can't stop thinking about you will always find a door to step through, a moment to appear, a space to cross paths, even if it looks innocent. If you see repeated patterns, repeated coincidences, repeated unplanned moments, she's not avoiding you, she's orbiting you. And deep inside, she hopes you notice it. She hopes you notice her. Because being around you, even for a short moment, feels better than anything else happening in her day. 4. She gets quiet when you show interest in someone else. This is one of the signs men notice but don't fully understand. When a woman is into you, truly into you, the idea of you giving attention to someone else hits her differently, not in a dramatic way, not in an angry way, but in a quiet, uncomfortable, emotional way she can't hide completely. She doesn't want to look jealous. She doesn't want to look insecure. She definitely doesn't want you thinking she's possessive. So she holds it in. She pushes it down. She tries to act normal, but her silence will tell you everything. If you talk to another woman, even casually, her vibe changes. Her tone softens. Her replies get shorter. She pulls back a little, not because she lost interest, but because she feels threatened, and she hates that she feels that way. A woman who doesn't care won't react at all. She won't flinch. She won't blink. She might even tease you about it. But a woman who thinks about you too much gets quiet because something inside her tightens. She goes into protective mode. She doesn't want to lose you, but she also doesn't want to show that you matter that much. It's a silent hurt. Picture this. You're laughing with another woman, just being normal. Out of the corner of your eye, you see the woman who likes you watching. She tries to look busy. She tries to look uninterested. But her expression shifts ever so slightly. Her shoulders drop a little. Her smile fades a bit. She looks down more. And when you talk to her later, her voice doesn't have the same spark. She's not punishing you. She's not playing games. She's trying to protect her heart without admitting it's already involved. What's happening inside her is simple. She feels replaced before anything even happened. Women don't always express things in words. They express it in space. They withdraw. They go quiet. They feel the moment tightening their chest, and silence becomes their way of dealing with emotions they don't want others to see. You may even notice she stops teasing you, or she won't look at you in the eyes. After the moment, she may become overly polite, or she may suddenly remember something she has to do and walk away. Anything to hide the fact that she feels jealous. Here's another thing men overlook. If she wasn't thinking about you constantly, she wouldn't feel anything. Zero reaction. Nothing. The very fact that her mood changes shows she already placed you in a special space in her mind. Even if she's trying to deny it, her body is confessing it. A woman who gets quiet, not angry, is telling you she cares. In a soft, fragile way, she's scared. She's unsure. She's uncomfortable with losing something she doesn't even officially have. And that's a sign she's been thinking about you way more than she intended to. 5. She looks at you like she wants to say something but doesn't. There's something powerful about a woman's eyes when she's thinking about a man too much. It's not dramatic. It's not something you force. It just shows up during normal moments. You catch her staring at you a little too long, then she looks away too fast, like she got caught doing something she shouldn't. It's one of the clearest signs she's holding feelings inside her chest that she hasn't said out loud. When a woman can't stop thinking about you, she carries unspoken thoughts, things she wants to say but can't bring herself to say. Maybe because she's shy, maybe because she's scared of messing things up, maybe because she doesn't know how you feel, so her eyes become the only place where the truth escapes. You'll notice it during conversations. You're talking normally, nothing special. And suddenly, she goes quiet for a second. She looks at you, really looks at you. Her eyes soften. Something warm shows up, something almost like confession. Then she snaps out of it and says something random, pretending everything is normal. That moment is where her mind speaks louder than her mouth. Sometimes she looks at your face like she's tracing it in her memory. Sometimes she watches how you move, how you talk, how you smile. Sometimes she catches herself staring and quickly tries to hide it by acting busy. She wants to say things like, "I like you. I think about you. You make me nervous. You make my day better. You stay in my head more than I want to admit." But the words don't come out, so her eyes carry the message instead. Women do this when they're afraid of ruining something. They don't want to push too hard. They don't want to get rejected. They don't want to be the one who says it first. They don't want to look too attached. So they stay silent while hoping you'll somehow understand. You might also notice her smiling when she looks at you from a distance, or her expression changing when you enter the room, or the way she listens a little deeper when you talk. These aren't random behaviors. These are signs of emotional weight, signs of someone who has built a whole set of thoughts around you. Another clue? She hesitates before speaking. Sometimes she opens her mouth as if she's about to say something meaningful, but then she changes the topic because she feels the moment got too real. Her heart races. Her brain freezes. Her eyes give her away. A woman who doesn't think about you won't look at you this way. Her eyes will be flat, polite, casual, nothing more. But the woman who can't stop thinking about you will always have that tiny shine, that glow, that softness that appears only when her emotions rise to the surface. Even if she never says a single word, her eyes will whisper the truth. And that truth is simple. You are living in her thoughts, constantly. Remember this. Women don't confess their feelings early. They reveal them in tiny moments. If you stay calm, grounded, and a little mysterious, the stoic way, you don't chase her mind. Her mind chases you.